Good morning, my peoples. So I just thought it was real important, and this is going to be a kind of lengthy video. So if you don't got time, definitely check it out a little later on. But I think it was real important that I go over just some of the things that I'm doing nowadays and why I do what I do. Now, when growing plants, you got to consider your neck of the woods, where you're staying at, where your environment is. In Denver, Colorado, we're super dry out here. I mean, super dry. Close to low teens in humidity. So, with that being said, I use a lot of rocks in my drip pans filled with water to create more humidity for my pots while I'm indoors. Now, being outdoors, I probably wouldn't do this, but indoors during the wintertime, it's almost a must if you don't have a humidifier or a controlled room. I'm in a long basement. It's like a 40-foot basement, 40 feet long by like 20 feet wide. So it's a fairly long space that I'm dealing with here. It's not an enclosed area, even though I'm in a grow tent. It's not enclosed. This is all open. So the environment is just a little different than anywhere else. When I'm pruning my plants, some people might choose to prune it differently. Everybody has their own methods. Everybody has their own reasoning for doing what they're doing. So I'm not trying to push it on nobody like this is the right way to do it. This is how you do it. All I'm trying to do is encourage you to just take more of a look at your plant and see what's going to work best for you and the plant for vigorous, continuous growth. There's no right or wrong way to do these things unless you're just purposely trying to kill them. Honestly, I mean, everybody has their own preferred methods. Like, I have a buddy that came over the other day and he told me I should take all this little stuff off after I had already harvested the big leaves, and I had to explain to him the way that I look at things. And we came to an agreed to disagree situation, but the big thing is that he understood this is just what works best for me. What works for him might be more professional. It might look a little more presentable, but I'm constantly harvesting off of my stuff. He's not. Totally different elements when it comes to that. I mean, it should be the same, but honestly, he grows his stuff for restaurants and local food hubs. I just grow mine for my family. So it's just preference. It's really preference. And I mean, as long as what you're doing isn't harming the plant itself, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Nobody should be able to tell you anything. I mean, you know what works best for you. Everybody, I can definitely improve my environment that I have them in. So there's always things we could do to make things better. I just want to keep encouraging that. I just want to bring the best out of you guys, like this has brought the best out of me. I understand everybody's not got the same passion for things, but this is a life skill. This is something that each and every one of us should know how to do. You don't have to grow everything I'm growing. You don't have to start all the seeds I'm starting. You don't have to do what I'm doing. But if you could find in life something that you use, if not daily, on a continuous basis at least, that you can grow in a small space out the way, there's no reason you shouldn't be doing it. And that's one of the main reasons why I do what I do, to encourage and motivate that. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to take care of us but ourselves. And a lot of the stuff that we have to learn, we're going to have to learn from our own experience and from thinking of the proper ways and steps to go through to get where we need to get to. I never went to school for any of this. This kind of just came naturally. I didn't grow up in a gardening household. My mom did have a garden, but I didn't grow up learning any of this stuff from anybody close to me. It's all been experience and just the Most High putting the right people in my path. So, with that being said, y'all, please stay encouraged. Think of things this summer that you can grow during the winter in a small pot. Like, these are 3-gallon pots. Not too big at all. I mean, but big enough. I could grow 2 cucumber plants in each pot. So take that in consideration. Just little things like that. I mean, it's very possible. You can grow whatever, and I'm going to emphasize on the whatever, because you can literally grow anything from anything, anywhere in the world. Just learning to set your environment correctly for the growth of that plant. So with that being said, herbs, spices, medications, food, healing ointments, topicals, oils, internal, external, it all derives from this type of stuff, from plants. So just keep a lot of that stuff in mind, you guys. Don't freak yourself out, and please don't take away from your life by restricting your own growth. Peace.